Hi everyone, Andy here, 54 and wanting more. And this episode we're going to be talking about holidays. How exciting is that? And if you're thinking about booking your holiday, where do you start? What's the difference between booking with a travel agent and booking online? What's the difference with booking your holiday with a travel agent like me? Because I'm no ordinary travel agent. Watch the next episode. Okay, so we're halfway through the year, and how many of you have been on holiday already? And how many of you are looking forward to your holidays? Are they coming up through the summer now? I bet there's quite a few of you that are. How did you decide where you was going? All these things, everybody's got their bucket list, or maybe they've got friends they want to visit. There's a multitude of reasons about where to go on holiday. And sometimes it can be difficult to decide where to go. I'm a travel agent now, but previous to being a travel agent, I worked at sea for 8 years, and I had the great fortune of traveling a lot of the world. So with my experience on the cruise ships, also with my own personal travel, as a travel agent, I can give advice that most travel agents wouldn't be able to offer. For example, when I was at sea, my job was the shore excursions department. So I got paid to get off the ship in port. In every single port, I was paid to get off the ship. The best job, I can tell you. That was the best job on the ship. And my other job wasn't just to get off in port, but to go on all the tours. So I escorted so many, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of tours throughout my 8-year career as a short excursion assistant or manager. You imagine arriving into a port and you've got a list of a dozen tours that you can go on. And then imagine that you know somebody that's been on all those tours in that port. That's me. So if you're wanting to ask anybody about what a country is like or a specific area is like, if I visited it, I can give you advice and give you direction and give you little insights to those areas that nobody else could unless they visited it. The unique standpoint that I have is when I was doing my shore excursions department, I wasn't just getting off the ship and wandering around the local port. I was going on tour inland and going on the different tours and experiencing the area that we were visiting. And then I was able to go back on board, and probably maybe 3-4 weeks later, we'd visit the same port again, but I'd go on a different tour. So I really got to explore and have the absolute indulgence of experiencing a lot of places. To name but a few: Norway, Iceland, most of Europe, all around Italy, France. We had 3 seasons, or I had 3 full seasons in the Caribbean. If you imagine, from the end of October to the end of March, and my home port was Barbados. So we were in Barbados every week for one or two overnight stays. We'd visited all the islands around there: St. Kitts, St. Nevis, St. Vincent, St. Martin, all these Caribbean islands. I've seen them repeatedly. Now, if you're going on holiday, don't you want to know the best restaurant to go to? Or is it more important to know the places that you need to avoid? I can tell you where to eat the best and most reasonably priced lobster in St. Kitts. I can come out with so many things: the best place to swim with the turtles, the best place to go on a tour. If you're on a cruise, for example, if you get off in a port, you might not even have to go on tour. You can stay in the port area because there are lots of areas of interest and things of interest there. But if it's your first time, how are you going to know? It's all right to do your Googling and do your research, but there's nothing better than to get it from the horse's mouth. And that's what I'm here for. When I look at my experiences during my sailing career, I mean, we visited so many places and I literally ate myself around the world. So it was always about finding the best restaurants. If there's anybody here that's been cruising, or if there's any crew, ex-crew watching this, or current crew watching this, we all know where to go for chicken and chips in Lisbon. We all know where the best lobster is in St. Kitts, or the best beach area that you can visit in St. Martin or Barbados. You don't always want to go to a crowded beach. You know, there might be something offset that's not as public and is not as popular, but it's still as beautiful and a little bit more quiet and subdued. I can give you those answers to any of your questions, to any of the areas that I've visited, because they're here, all up here. And besides my cruising and sailing days, I mean, I didn't finish off my list. South America, Canada, parts of America, all around Europe. Yeah, so basically, I've been various ports around France, Spain, Italy. So I know all the port areas very well. But since I left sea in 2020, my next goal was to continue traveling and to see more of the inland stuff. So in the last 5 years, I've had a 5-week holiday in Australia and New Zealand, and I just concentrated, me and my other half, we just focused on the southeastern area of Australia, and that took us 4 weeks to explore around there. And we did a little driving tour, and then we went across to New Zealand. I've been to New Zealand a couple of times. This year we spent 3 weeks in India. That was a total culture adventure, and what an experience. I saw tigers, elephants, went to an elephant village, the whole culture, the food, and I was there for 3 weeks, by the way, and didn't get deli belly at all. Some of the most finest restaurants we ate. I ate the most wonderful food in India, from, you know, sort of 3-star, 4-star restaurants to local food. And it was all absolutely delicious. We even had a cooking lesson at one place. It was fantastic. So it's all about experiences. The hotels we stayed in India, some I would recommend, some I wouldn't. You're only going to get that sort of information from somebody that's actually travelled and experienced the areas. So if you're looking for a holiday and you're not sure where you want to go, talk to me. If you're looking for a holiday and you know where you want to go, again, talk to me, because I am sure that I will be able to give you some insight to ensure that you have the best experience. And these days, it's all about having an immersive experience within your holiday. It's not just about sitting on a coach and listening to a tour guide. It's about getting in there, you know, going and swimming with the turtles, jumping out of an aeroplane if you want to. My other half did that in New Zealand. But it's all about being immersive and seeing the real culture of a place. Next year, we've already got planned South America, which I did do by sea a couple of times, but this time we're going to explore more inland. And following that, we're talking 2027. Me and my other half are already thinking about doing a huge road trip around Italy and the France area. So that's how far ahead I am at thinking travel. I am travel, and I am here for you to pick my brain, and just be rest assured that you would only ever get the most honest, truest advice with regards to any holiday that you would be interested in. Well, did you know that when you're booking a holiday for yourself and you're spending hours and hours and hours going through Google, looking through all the apps, that you could contact your independent travel agent, me, And we could do that for you and save you so much time. As an independent travel agent, we work with 90 preferred partners. And these people have all been vetted so that they are only going to be people that can be trusted. When you're doing it on your own and you're looking through and you get your holidays popping up, and ultimately they try and entice you in with that cheap price. And that cheap price, great. If you can see a holiday that can get you across to Spain, 7 days, all inclusive for £300, book it. But you only pay for what you get. 9 times out of 10, that advertised price doesn't include luggage, certainly doesn't include any insurance. Are they covered by APTA, the travel company that's advertising the price, the Association of British Travel Agents? Are they covered by ATOL, the air travel organising licensing? So if you have a holiday that isn't covered by APTA or ATOL and something happens on your holiday, you may get left stuck. With all these natural disasters, floods, forest fires, volcanoes erupting, there's all sorts of things going on, let alone the normal things that, that can happen. It's very important to ensure that you have this protection. And ATOL and APTA protected holidays, I would say in this climate, are very essential. So you know that when you're booking with an independent travel agent, you don't have to worry about that at all. And also, as an independent travel agent, it's my job to ensure that you've got the protection. So I will check that you have your travel insurance. I'll make sure that all your passport details are correct. All the work that is involved in putting your holiday together, that's what I would do. And it would save you hours and hours of time. Also, when you go to book your holiday, instead of going through hundreds of accommodation and checking to see this, checking to see that, I would do that for you and then present you with maybe a choice of anything from 3 to 5 holidays, for example, with the accommodation, because I would already look through and check to see what the distance of the hotel is from the beach, if there are any facilities near to it. Are you able to walk into the town, or do you need to hire a car? All these details, some things that you might not think of. And then you sort of land in your holiday destination and you think, oh my God, I'm halfway up a mountain here. Where's the beach? How long is it going to take me to get there? How am I going to get there? So what I'm trying to get across is you lose nothing and gain everything booking your travel through a travel agent. It doesn't cost you anything additional at all whatsoever, because I get paid through the travel companies when we book the holidays. So it's not coming out of your pocket at all whatsoever. Did you know that? And to finish off, just to let you know that I am available by telephone, WhatsApp and email. And I can tell you this, I have no automated service. A human being, moi, will be answering the telephone. Just that in itself is a bonus. How many of you have picked up the phone to make an inquiry and had an electronic voice, had to press numbers 1, 5, 7, 9, 100, and you're still waiting 20 minutes, 30 minutes later to speak to somebody? It is so frustrating. I answer the phone straight away. Or you can WhatsApp me and then I'll answer you back equally as soon as possible. I'm not going to be hanging around and making you hang around and wait. It's just so frustrating. In this day and age, there is nothing more satisfying than having a human being answer the phone. Am I right? So, any of you out there, if you're interested in a holiday for 2025, 2026, 2027, give me a call. And just a little tip. If you're thinking of your holiday for next year, the sooner you book, the cheaper it is. If you're thinking about a holiday for 2027, now is the time to book, because the travel companies give their best deals for the initial bookings. So the more ahead and the more organized you are with your travel planning, then you're more likely to get the better deal that you want. Equally, last minute deals, they're also out there, but you've got to be careful. And again, equally, if you want last minute deals, I'm here, because guess who gets them first? The independent travel agent. You know where I am. I'll put all my details below, just in case. I'm sure somebody's going on holiday. Just added note, I can only book holidays for British passport holders. And I'm really sorry about that, because I have got so many friends abroad. But yes, I can only book for British passport holders because I am APTA registered, which is the Association for British Travel Agents. Okay guys, so that's me for this week. Little short one. Hope you enjoyed the random pics of me here, there and everywhere. And I'm still in Turkey. I've only got one more week to go, but please share, like and comment below. If you're thinking about a holiday, drop it in the comments below. I'll get in touch.